Okay, so today we are going to be talking about the Shannon-Weiner index and the calculations. So to start, the Shannon-Weiner index measures how diverse and ecosystems by looking at how many species there are and how evenly the individuals spread out. So first, you see on the movie that the species we're gonna start here. The species we have sycamore, black cherry, red maple, American holly, and sugar maple and white pine. So when we get those species, we're gonna take the number of the species that we found. So example for sycamore, for all six, we have numbers right here. So 5, 2, 3, 3, 1, 3. We're gonna add up all the numbers of species that we found, and we're gonna get a total, and that total would be 17. You guys can't see it in the image, but if you guys calculate it right, it would be 17. So then we're gonna do the number of species divided by the total amount. So for instance, we're gonna do sycamore. So 5 divided by 17, which would give you 0.28. I can't show it on the calculator, but the third decimal, if that third decimal, 2 points from the original decimal spot is above 5, we will be moving our third number up one. So since it was 28, and I think the decimal was 0.28.7, so we're gonna move that up to 0.29. So you're gonna do that for everyone, and if the third decimal is below 5, we will just keep it the same. So yes, we'll do 2 divided by 17, which will give us 0.12. Red maple, 3 divided by 17. American holly, 3 divided by 17, same as the before. Sugar maple, 1 divided by 17, and then white pine, 3 divided by 17. And then for PI, we're gonna do on the calculator. If you're using calculator, you will click lane. LN, and then you will use the PI number and put that in lane, and then see what it gets you. And your answer will always be negative when you do that. So for example, sycamore, we'll do LN on the calculator, 0.29, and click enter, and it will give you negative 1.23. And you will do that for the following 5. So for black cherry, 0 lane, LN 0.12 equals 2.12 negative. And then we'll do LN 0.18, gives you negative 1.71. And then LN, well, same as before, it's going to be the same answer. So we'll go to sugar maple. You'll do LN 0.06, negative 2.81. And then you'll do same again, LN 0.18, which will give you negative 1.71. So after we do all that, we'll get the PI. So for this last one, we are basically doing the same steps again, but we're multiplying the second and third step to get our final answer. So for this, for sycamore, we're going to do 0.29. And for this one, a special thing you can do, you can take away the negative sign to make it easier. So we're going to do 0.29 times 1.23, and our answer will be negative 0.36. Remember, when you get the multiplication and you get your answer, make sure if you take away the negative sign, make sure you bring it back. So we'll do for the following steps. I'm just gonna keep going down the list so it can be as easy as it is for me. So I'll do 0.12 times 2.12, which is 0.25. Then we'll do 0.18 times 1.71, which is 0.31. 0.18 times 1.71, same as before, is 0.31. 0.16 times 2.81, which is 0.17. But make sure, I'm not going to do the last one because it's the same one as the two before. But make sure we please bring our negatives. And then for our final total of all our species numbers, PI, INPI, and then the PI times NIPI, our final answer, I don't know if you can see in the screen below, but it's 1.71. And for our final answer, I don't think it would be, we wouldn't get a negative answer. But yeah, that's basically how we're going to do Shannon-Weiner index. We take our species richness and species evenness, and we basically bring it all together for this, and we find out what our number of biodiversity is. So I'll give another example. The higher the Shannon index means greater diversity. So in our case, between the two classes, we had the highest one. So we have higher species diversity, and the lower, which means fewer species or fewer species dominance, is how many different species are present if you have a lower diversity. But I'm gonna give two examples for the words. For species evenness, is how evenly individuals are individually distributed among species, and for richness, it's how many there are and the most there can be. Well, yeah. Well, that's my presentation on Shannon Reading Index.